5 bells. Stand by all stations.
Attention, all districts. A 5-alarm fire. 5 bells. Move in immediately.
That's it. Let's go! Let's go! Firefighters! Presenting Firefighters, the true-to-life story of our unsung heroes who stand ready to ride by day or night against our most murderous enemy, the demon of fire. In just a moment, we'll join Chief Cody and Tim Collins up Red Horse Ravine, where they're working with the rescue company to free Jimmy and Trudy Collins, who are trapped in the shaft of an old deserted mine. Wandering into the mine while on a fern hunting expedition, Jimmy and Trudy suddenly find themselves caught when an avalanche of stone crashes down and blocks the entrance. Jack, their friend, who happened to be just outside the entrance, raced to a phone and called Chief Cody, who rushed to the scene with the rescue company and the new searchlight truck, a piece of equipment which is destined to play an important part in this dramatic rescue. A rescue we'll join right after this message. Let's go, firefighters. Let's go to Red Horse Ravine, where Jimmy's and Trudy's botany expedition has turned into near tragedy. Trapped in a deserted mine when the entrance collapsed, the children now anxiously huddled together in the dark shaft as Chief Cody and the rescue company feverishly work in the growing darkness and fog to free.
Blast this fog and darkness.
Yeah.
Won't be able to see your hand before your face in a few minutes.
How about the searchlight truck, Chief? Can't we bring it into use?
Don't think I haven't thought of that, Mushnosky. Trouble is, these trees and bushes and the angle of the hill we're working on will cut off the beam of the big light.
Yeah, that's right, Mush. Searchlight truck's too far below the mouth of the mine for us to bring the light to bear.
We can bring the small portable lights up, though. Got plenty of cable. And say, Mushnosky,
Yes, sir?
isn't there a road that runs along the other side of the ravine?
Say, I believe there is. Yeah. If we can get the searchlight truck up on the same level opposite the mouth of the mine, maybe we can bring the big light into play.
Right, we've got to. This fog's getting thicker than pea soup.
Well, come on, Mush. Let's go down the hill and find that road.
Oh, leave some of your men here with axes.
Yes, sir.
We'll cut down the bushes around the entrance so the searchlight beam won't be obstructed.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Jim, Ed, Carl, you stay here working the bushes. Tim and the rest of us will move the searchlight truck up the other side of the hill.
And hurry, boys. There's no telling what condition those poor kids are in. We're working against darkness, fog, and time.
Minutes later, Tim and Mushnosky discover the old road that runs around the other side of the ravine. An old logging road used by the pioneers in the early days. It's not very wide, and grass and bushes choke it. But it's the one way they can move the big searchlight truck into position so that the beam can be aimed at the rescue party working on the blocked mine shaft. Slowly, Mush coaxes the huge truck up the narrow road as the fog settles thicker in the hills.
Can we make it, Mush?
This road doesn't get any narrower.
Uh-huh.
This four-wheel drive will pull up any hill.
Well, just a little farther up, Mush, we'll be about the same level as the mine.
Up. Be sharp turn there.
Yeah.
Hang on to your hats.
Yeah. Ah, nice piloting, Mush. Okay, let's try it here.
Right. All right, men, switch on the generator. I'll man the searchlight.
Oh, man, what a fog. Boy, if this light can cut through it, I'll say Chief Cody's new gadget is worth every penny it cost.
Generator on. Okay. There you are. 1.5 million candle power.
Wow! What a beam. Say, Mush, she cuts through this fog like a knife.
Yeah, a little to the left. And up a little. There. Got the rescue party right in the beam.
Yeah, that ought to make their work easier.
All right, men. String electric cables. Get these portable lights across the ravine. They'll need all the light we can give them.
With the big searchlight bathing the scene with 1.5 million candle power and the 8 small portable lights set up among the rocks, the fog and darkness dissolve away. The job of digging out Jimmy and Trudy goes on.
Poor kids. I hope they're all right in there.
Oh, they're all right, Chief. They've got to be. They can only hold out for a few more hours.
Yeah, we ought to be through this rock before too long.
There's only one thing I'm afraid of.
What's that, sir?
You see that big rock up there?
Yes, sir.
We've got to move that before we can open a hole into the shaft. When we do move it, I'm afraid the whole upper part of the entrance will cave in.
I've been eyeing that rock, too, Chief. I don't like it. In fact, look out, man. Look out. It's giving away.
You're right, it is. Stop the shoveling.
Well, she started to go, but seems to be holding now.
Yeah, but only by a hair.
Yes, sir.
And if that upper part ever collapses, no telling what'll happen to those kids inside.
You think
the
that...
whole shaft might cave in? Burying them so deep we'd...
Don't say that, Chief.
It's the plain facts, Tim. That's why I say we'd better stop digging and get a mining engineer up here.
Why an engineer, sir?
To tell us just what the danger is. If there really is a threat of total collapse. Tim.
Yes, sir.
Get back to town as fast as you can. And get hold of Ralph Holcomb, the engineer.
Yes, sir.
Tell him to get up here on the double.
As Tim races down Red Horse Ravine toward town, the rescue company halts its work and anxiously waits outside the blocked entrance to the shaft. Inside the mine, Jimmy and Trudy have been listening hopefully to the digging operations, confident that Chief Cody will find a way to get them out.
Oh, dear, I wish they'd hurry. I'm cold, and it's been so long.
There now, sis. They'll dig through to us. Don't worry.
How much longer do you think it'll take?
From the sound of the digging, they're pretty near through already. I'll bet in less than...
Jimmy,
What?
the digging.
What about it?
It stopped.
Yeah, it has at that.
Oh, Jimmy, maybe they've given up.
No, they probably just stopped to rest or maybe to change shifts. Don't worry, sis.
Oh, Jimmy, I am worried, though, and I'm scared. I wish I was home.
Unaware of the real danger that has halted rescue operations, yet anxiously wondering why the digging has stopped, Jimmy and Trudy wait with mingled hope and fear. As outside, Chief Cody talks frankly and soberly with Ralph Holcomb, the mining engineer, has been rushed to the scene.
Well, Holcomb, what's your verdict?
You're playing with dynamite, Chief, if you move another rock.
That bad, huh, Mr. Holcomb?
It's a miracle the whole shaft hasn't collapsed before now.
I was afraid that's the way it was.
You see that great boulder there is a sort of the keystone to the whole entrance. Once that's loosened, the whole thing will come down. Heaven pity anyone who's in that shaft.
But, Holcomb, we've got to get inside that mine. 2 kids are in there. Tim's brother and sister, my old friends. We've got to find a way to get them out.
Mr. Holcomb, isn't there some way? Can't we shore up that keystone so we can go on digging?
It'll be a major engineering project, Tim. Might take weeks. No, I'm afraid... Hey, wait a minute. Chief, I just remembered something.
Yes, Holcomb?
This old mine, I remember when they were working it years ago. There was this horizontal shaft where the kids are trapped, and on top of the hill, there used to be a vertical shaft that went straight down.
Another shaft on top of the hill?
Do you think we can find it, Mr.
Oh,
Holcomb?
we'll certainly try. And if my memory is correct, it should connect directly with this horizontal shaft where Jimmy and Trudy are.
Come on, men. Let's get up the hill and find that shaft.
Carl, Ed, Jim, pick up those portable lights and bring your axes.
Thank heaven for the searchlight truck. We'd be helpless in this fog and darkness without
I
it.
sure would, Chief. I take back everything I said about that piece of equipment. Come on, gang. Let's go.
Armed with axes and portable floodlights, the men of the rescue company fight their way up the face of the hill, through darkness and an almost impenetrable fog, through the rank undergrowth that hides what may be the one last hope of rescuing Jimmy and Trudy, the entrance to the vertical mine shaft. For long hours they search, crisscrossing the wild hillside, and then...
It's got to be here somewhere. I know there's another shaft.
We'll just keep looking until we find it, that's all.
Hey, see, Cap.
It's Mushnosky. Coming, Mush.
What is it, son?
I darn near fell into it.
Huh? It's the shaft.
Good boy. Are you hurt?
No, I just turned my ankle.
Yes, it's a shaft, all right. Bring a light up closer. Yeah. Vertical shaft to Red Horse Mine. Completely hidden by bushes and trees.
Get busy, men, with those axes. Let's clear the way so you can see what we're doing.
There, that's better. Hey, look, Chief.
Yeah. An old elevator.
Yeah, that's right. I remember an elevator in the old vertical shaft, run by electricity. It was used to bring the ore
Oh,
up.
gee, if there was only some way we could operate it, we could have Jimmy and Trudy out before...
Holcomb, did you say this is an electric elevator?
Yeah, you can still see the old connections there.
Yeah. then maybe there is a way to get this elevator into operation.
I'm afraid without power, Chief, it'd be impossible.
Yeah, but with power, it might work, wouldn't it?
Yes, it probably would.
Then, by ginger, we'll make it work. Tim, Musnowski, I've got a job for you.
What, I wonder, does the chief have in mind? Does he really have a scheme that will make the old elevator in the mine shaft work so that the rescue company can go down and rescue Jimmy and Trudy? We'll learn more about the chief's plan and whether it's successful in the next true-to-life episode of The Firefighters. And now, in just a moment, Chief Bob Cody will tell all of you boys and girls how you can help the firefighters right in your own hometown. But first, here's a message you ought to hear. And now, here's Chief Bob Cody with a message for all of you boys and girls in the Firefighters Brigade. Chief Cody.
Hello, boys and girls. You know, next to the basement, the kitchen is the most common place for fires that start in the home. And one of the most common causes of kitchen fires is burning fat or grease. So here's a tip for you. Don't throw water on burning fat or grease. Now, if a grease fire starts on or near the kitchen stove, use baking soda or just plain table salt. Or if those aren't handy, smother the flames with a metal cover. Now, once again, never use water on grease fires. Well, that's all for now. Till I drop in again next time. So long.
Fire Chief Cody and the young rookie fireman Tim Collins will be back on the same station the next time you hear...
That's it. Let's go!
Let's go! Firefighters! Firefighters is a copyrighted feature of William F. Holland Productions.